All right, that was the Donner Lake Sprint Triathlon. Second overall, first amateur. There was one professional elite in the field, and he really kicked my butt. So here's how we got here. All right, good morning. It's race week. We're getting ready for the Donner Lake Sprint Triathlon. It's really a super sprint. It's a 400-yard swim, 6.5-mile bike ride, and a 2-mile run. Looking forward to the race this weekend. Need something on the calendar, and so we're just getting ready to do some hard 50s to prep for that short, hard swim. So here we go.
All right, welcome back. This is, it's now Wednesday. Swim on Monday went really well. Those 8x50s hard went really well. Yesterday, just another easy swim. Today, already hit up easy bike ride this morning. Today, we're out on the track. We're gonna get in some race pace intervals. So plan is 4x1K, 90-second rest. Goal is gonna be 320 per K. Couple days out from the race now, gonna wanna get the legs moving since I haven't been doing much, and so hopefully the legs feel good today. It is a little warm, so take my advantage of the shade when I can get it, but plan is 4x1K with 90 seconds rest, goal pace 320 per kilometer. So let's go. All right, so it's Friday evening, day before the race, and we're just going to be going out, getting in a quick little bike ride. Mosquitoes are ravenous up here, so I'm going to get on that, but about 20 minutes, a couple efforts. Let's get after it.
So race morning was good. Well, I should probably start with the night before. So the night before the race, got in my bike ride, and then I was getting ready for bed. There was a group of campers next to us who had just shown up. They were pretty loud. It was honestly quite annoying. They were just talking super loud, setting up all of their stuff. So I'm laying there in bed for like an hour. It's probably like 10:30 at this point. Couldn't fall asleep. And all of a sudden I start hearing all this rustling around our campsite. And so we had a couple of Yeti water bottles. I could hear one got knocked over. Other things started making some noise. So I was convinced our campsite neighbors were raiding our stuff. So I start to get up, and Gabby's there sleeping, and she gives me the bear spray. She's like, be careful. So I go out, I've got the flashlight, I've got the bear spray, I'm looking around, and I can see that the Yeti's knocked over. I can see that the cooler's partially open. All of a sudden, I see this fat raccoon. We nicknamed him Fat Gus. he's there and he's got our leftovers from the cooler. We had made carnitas tacos, and he's just sitting there in the corner like, I couldn't believe it. And so I start walking towards Fat Gus, and instead of him running away, he took our Tupperware. He started running away with our Tupperware. So he stopped like right before the bush line, and so I walk up closer to him, and finally he dropped it, but he got into our salad, he got into our carnitas, and so I just dumped those things out. I knew he was going to come back and eat them, and put those things in the cooler, cover it with some heavy stuff, and then luckily ended up getting back to bed. It was quiet from then on out. So race morning comes, and warming up felt good, legs felt decent, and started making my way to the water. I like to get in a longer swim. I feel like I actually warm up pretty well, and then I end up swimming better. They're talking about the race course, and I kind of looking at who's all there, and there's one kid who was in an ITU draft legal style kit. I knew this kid was going to be really fast, especially in the water, and so him and I lined up on the far left-hand side together. Yeah, the gun goes off and we start sprinting out, and for the first maybe 25 yards, I at least have a draft on him, and from then on, there was no way I could keep his feet. So he outswam me by about 50 seconds in the end, over 400 yards plus a little bit of a run. By the first buoy, which was about 100 yards out, I was top 5, and then I just kind of fell into a rhythm. I could definitely feel the altitude a little bit, and I live at 4,000 feet, but racing at 6,000 feet feels, again, just a little different. So swim ended up going well, so ended up coming out of the water 5th. Running into transition, I ended up catching somebody, and then in transition, I passed an additional person. So by the time I got out onto the bike, I was actually in 3rd. My swim to bike transition was actually not very good. Timing wise, it was okay. I was definitely like up there as far as like fastest transitions, but with my longer hair, I've been playing around with a couple different braids, and haven't really quite found the right one. The first race I did, the braid fell out. The second one I did, I couldn't get the helmet on. It was like getting caught in the braid, and so I had to stop, undo the helmet, make it a little bit wider, then put it on. So that was a little frustrating. So lost a little bit of time there, and then out on the bike, legs didn't feel great. I mean, everything kind of just burned the entire time. My breathing was super labored. You definitely feel the altitude. And so within the first probably quarter mile, I ended up passing 2nd. And then by the turnaround, I could see that I had probably about a 50-second deficit to the leader. He had the motorbike in front of him, and I think he was close enough to get a little bit of a draft, but I mean, it wasn't crazy. Wasn't able to make up that much time on him. I think I only made up like 10 seconds over the bike. So he was obviously super strong all day. Yeah, by the time I got back into transition for the run, I ended up making up a little bit of time in transition, had a good transition. First time racing in the Atreyu, the Artist carbon shoe. Loved it. Super comfortable on my feet. I went sockless for the 2-mile run. Got out hot. I could see down at my watch, I was running like 5:10 per mile pace, and not my smartest idea at altitude with not great fitness. And so about 3/4 of a mile in, my diaphragm really started cramping up, and so I just I didn't feel very good for the rest of the run. Again, saw the leader finishing about 400 meters ahead of me over the course of the run, but yeah, saw my gap on the way back and knew that I wasn't really in danger of getting caught. Ended up finishing, like I said, in 2nd overall, 1st amateur, total time of 36:55, which the winner last year was 40 minutes and like 30 seconds. So, and this year we had 3 guys go under 40 minutes. So really fast day out there, good course, good weather. It was an awesome race. And so I'm proud of my effort. I'm proud of what I was able to do with my fitness. It does frustrate me that as a competitor, I want to be closer. I want to be up there potentially winning. And that just wasn't the case. And I don't really have any justification to think I should have been up there because I haven't been training all that much. Other than that, it was a great race. I'm glad I got out there, really itching for the next one and looking at something towards the end of August. It was just a good race overall. And so later that day, we just kind of hung out, took some time to nap and rest. And then Gabby raced the half-mile swim on Sunday. She got second overall as well. She was the first female, and so she crushed it as usual. Like I said, it was a great weekend. Camping up at Tahoe Donner was really nice. Obviously, we had our visit from Fat Gus, which was unexpected, but you get what you get when you go out camping, and that's one of those things. So, like I said, great trip, great racing. Gabby and I did, super well for what we're trained for. Like I said, really looking forward to the next one. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you got any tips on different braid tactics or styles of braid, leave them in the comments below, because I really need to figure that out, because I like my hair and I would rather not cut it at this point. I worked really hard to get it. But yeah, leave some comments down below on how you manage long hair on race day. Otherwise, stick around. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.